Good evening and welcome to Newsfeed. Today is Tuesday, October 2nd. I'm Eva Kluting.
And I'm Catherine Ragukas. We're excited to have you watching with us here tonight. Let's see what's happening in Ann Arbor.
Although the University of Michigan is typically considered a welcoming home for students of all backgrounds, a recent report about racial inequality from the University of Southern California suggests that we still have areas to improve. According to the report titled, quote, Black Students at Public Colleges and Universities, end quote, the University of Michigan received an F grade for representation of black students on campus. The report states that only 4.4% of current Michigan students are black, which is a great discrepancy considering that the national percentage of black 18 to 24-year-olds is 17%. Nearby Eastern Michigan University received an A grade for representation of black students with a 20% black student makeup. Despite these disparities, the University of Michigan was awarded A grades for gender equity of black students and black student-faculty ratio. The USC report hopes to, quote, make inequities more transparent and equip anyone concerned with numbers that they can use to demand corrective policies, end quote.
On Sunday, September 30th, Newsfeed producers attended the We Listen conference at the Ford School of Public Policy. This conference hoped to promote dialogue between student leaders of different political ideologies. Let's take a look at the first of our two-part installment of the conference.
Hi, my name is Sophia Kolodzinski, reporting for World TV. This morning we're at the Annenberg Auditorium of the Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy, showcasing We Listen, an on-campus organization dedicated to bringing students together to talk about issues all over campus and all across the country. Today is their annual conference, and we're going to take a look at what's going on at the conference. I'm here with We Listen's co-chairs Nick Tomano and Allie Berry. I'm going to ask them a little bit about the conference and We Listen's mission. So tell me, both of you, how did you get involved with We Listen, and what is We Listen's purpose on campus?
Yeah, absolutely. So We Listen is a nonpartisan student organization on campus that was founded in the wake of the 2016 presidential election. Our founders sort of realized that on campus people weren't effectively disagreeing, or at least talking with one another. So regardless of political persuasion, conversations and the rhetoric wasn't the most productive. So We Listen is an organization that strives to bring people from the right and the left and anywhere in between to talk with the ultimate goal of finding mutual understanding.
And what is the hope that all of these students who happen to be executive members of other organizations on campus, what do you think that they're going to get out of this at the end that they can bring back to their organizations?
So our hope is that by having these leaders of organizations on campus, to have them realize sort of the tangible benefits of having political discourse that's civil, that's empathy-driven. So to hopefully bring those sort of lessons back to their own organizations, to have them rush to the coffee shops, to have them rush to the diag, and sort of lead this charge.
And given the beauty of this mission in and of itself, what do you think is the next step off of Michigan's campus after this conference? Where do you see We Listen going in 5, 6, 10 years?
Yeah, so one thing that We Listen is really working to do is sort of expand beyond Michigan's campus. So while it's great that we can foster this conversation at Michigan, we hope that this is something that will change the national discourse as well. So we're hoping to have We Listen chapters on other campuses across the country that are functioning in the same way, encouraging college students to work together to lead a change across our country.
And given how close we are to the midterms, this is so important, and I'm so glad that you guys are doing this. I want to thank We Listen and the Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy and LSA and the Ginsburg Center so much for working with We Listen to put on this spectacular conference.
Today marks a year since one of the deadliest mass shootings in history. The Las Vegas shooting took place on October 1st, 2017, when a gunman opened fire on an innocent crowd of concertgoers at a country music festival on the Las Vegas Strip in Nevada. A possible motive for the massacre still has yet to be reported even 1 year later. The shooting is the most widely recorded in history, the videos being a devastating reminder to the survivors of the trauma they have endured. Since then, the number of shootings in the United States alone has amassed to nearly 160, so far just in 2018.
As the controversy surrounding Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh continues following Dr. Christine Blasey Ford's testimony, another accuser has now stepped forward. Deborah Ramirez, one of Kavanaugh's former Yale classmates, also accused him of sexual misconduct while intoxicated. Following the general hearing, as well as this new information, the FBI will now begin its own investigation into the claims. We're now going to a quick break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with some national and international stories.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B. Console her.
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C. Find her a new boyfriend.
Nice single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
The 1200 is moved down. Welcome back to the show. You're watching Newsfeed. Let's get into our national news.
Professor James Allison from the University of Texas, Austin, and Professor Tsuko Honjo from Kyoto University have been awarded the 2018 Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine for the discovery of cancer therapy by inhibition of negative immune regulation on Monday, October 1st, 2018. The Nobel Prize has been an award to scientists making the most important discoveries for the benefit of humankind. Cancer cells have been able to avoid attacks by our immune system by using the brakes that are in place to protect us from attacks by our own immune system. The two professors have found different ways to unleash these brakes and offer hope to cancer treatment. Immune checkpoint therapy has revolutionized cancer treatment and fundamentally changed the way we view how cancer can be managed, according to the Nobel Prize Assembly.
On Friday, Indonesia was hit with a 7.5 magnitude earthquake and a 20-foot tsunami. The natural disaster has reportedly killed at least 844 people. Many of the survivors are left without food, water, shelter, and in the midst of violence and looting. The country is now beginning to accept foreign aid.
Demonstrators took to the streets on October 1st in Barcelona to mark the one-year anniversary of the Catalan independence referendum. In 2017, voters from Catalonia, a region in the east of Spain, including cities such as Barcelona and Girona, overwhelmingly voted in favor of a referendum which would give the region an opportunity to vote on its autonomy. Weeks later, the Catalan parliament announced complete independence, which was rejected by the Spanish government in Madrid, who imposed direct rule on the region and jailed Catalan leaders, creating a political crisis. Today, protesters again took to the streets in shows of civil disobedience, blocking highways and railways and surrounding the Catalan parliament building. 6 people were arrested in confrontations with police, and 14 were treated for minor injuries. Surveys show that only 15% of Spanish citizens believe the Catalan situation has improved over the past year, and the latest outbreak of protests proves that President Mariano Rajoy still has a major problem on his hands.
Here at the university, there are over 2,000 computer science majors, making it one of the most popular engineering concentrations. In the age of information, such technological skills can transcend borders. Such is the case in Lagos, Nigeria, where the organization Girls Coding is teaching local girls how to code. These young girls between the ages of 10 and 18 have been visiting tech companies, taking part in training, and developing apps, all in the hopes of bettering their community and the nation of Nigeria as a whole. One of their current projects is an app that would make it easier to report a female genital mutilation that is about to take place. In a country where less than 8% of the females are employed in a STEM industry, Girls Coding hopes that their work empowers a next generation of female coders that will bring new, innovative ideas to Nigeria. Well, that's all we have for you tonight. I'm Catherine Ragukas.
And I'm Eva Cluding.
And
you've just been Newsfed.